Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy COVID, and I come back with another video. And today we're going to be reacting to a delusional woman on TikTok. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not a reaction type channel or anything. Um, but at the same time, I like dipping and diving in different types of videos. But today we got this woman that claims black men shouldn't be allowed to date outside of their race. Very controversial subject. Very controversial subject. So I'm gonna have some gameplay in the background for y'all. Y'all can just sit back, listen to that, whatever. And then I'm gonna throw in like clips of what she's saying, and then give my output on it. So let's just go ahead and hear what this woman has to say.
Okay, so recently I was watching, some reels from TikTok, and it was a Filipino Christian meets.com or something where they meet American men to find love and marry in marriage and have their happily ever after. Well, my thing is this: what about your man? Like, how do a whole group of women come on here talking about how they can treat American men better than we can?
Well, here's the thing. They can talk about how badly men are getting treated in America because they are getting treated bad in America. And a lot of women overseas, I know there's a stigma behind it, but not every woman overseas wants a green card. Not every woman overseas wants to use a man for their money. But what every woman, nah, I'm not even gonna say every woman, but what a lot of women want overseas is to be a traditional wife. See, we don't have that here in America most of the time. We have a lot of untraditional women and men. I'm not just gonna bash women, but we do have a lot of untraditional women and a lot of untraditional men in America right now. So the marriage scene, the dating scene, it's really looked as a joke compared to all the other countries out there.
And they have their own men there. I just think that's kind of disrespectful. It's classless.
I love how she claims that the women claiming that they can treat men better in America are classless. Yet she decided to hop on a TikTok with I don't even know what she got going on. She got like the hair thing going on. She looked like she was just woke up from being drunk last night. She got crust on her lip. Like she just looked like she going through something. I hate to say it, but they're the classless ones, right?
Um, those Filipino whores and Vietnamese women have been giving American men diseases for years.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. So now all Filipino women are just giving men diseases. That's a crazy statement to make. Claiming that Filipino women are whores and they just infect all the black men that go across, the world to see them is just a that's just an outrageous statement to make. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Coming back from the Army, Navy,
I'll be honest with you. Coming from somebody that's in the military, most people come back with kids, then they come back with an STD. And I can safely say that. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard about somebody going overseas, having fun, then they come back to the States and they find out they have a kid. I I hate to say it, but like I rarely hear people go over there to other countries and they caught something that was like uncurable at the at the worst case scenario.
and I'm from California, so I've seen a lot of black men with Vietnamese or Filipino women. Um, I'm not saying they looked unhappy or whatever, but it just looks like, people going out of their way to disrespect their own race.
No, 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 no. See that's not what you're about to do. You cannot be a pick me woman, but get mad when they don't pick you. Look how you approach yourself on this video. Did you take a look in the mirror before you decided to record this video? I'll be honest with you. I'm not the best looking guy, but at the same time, if I'm ever doing a stream or if I'm ever like recording a video that got a face cam on it, I'm at least gonna make sure I look like decent or whatever. Because whatever you put out there on the internet, it's gonna be out there for a long time. And just because a man wants to date somebody outside of his race, that's not a disgrace to his own race. If an Asian dude wants to date a Hispanic woman, hey, let him do it. That doesn't mean he don't like Asian women. That just means he's dating somebody that's Hispanic. Or if a white dude wants to date a Filipino woman, that's not a disgrace to his own white race. He just wanted to date a Filipino woman. There's no issue with it. A lot of y'all have this mindset that, oh, if you don't stay within your race, the race is going to permanently die. That shit is not happening.
And I think that is just so classless. And it kind of ties in with the passport bros. Like, bruh, when you go over there to someone else's state, continent, whatever, it's been there. You know what I mean? It's already been there with those women. So you don't think that they're going to get a little upset that you're coming into their territory?
See, she's almost on the right track. She's almost on the right track. She's absolutely right. When you do go over there to overseas, they do have, other men there. But guess what? Those women also want other men from around the world. It's the same thing. Why do you think when, I hate to say this, but why do you think when, like, a lot of black people go over there to, like, Japan and stuff, they're like, oh, three leg stand. Like, they be wanting other races and other types of men that from a totally different part of the world. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what she has to understand is that even when they go over there, they're still competing with their own men that are in wherever they travel to. So if I live in America and I travel to, let's say, I don't know, Africa, whatever, right? I still have to compete with all the African men there. It's not just free game. I don't know why they be thinking this.
I would rather take advice from single women than married women because most of the married women I know are suffering and being treated poorly and then turning around and pretending like everything is all good on social media.
Oh my God, here we go. Another unmarried person commenting on marriage. I don't listen. I don't understand the logic behind this. I tell people all the time, birds of a feather flock together. It's just as simple as that. If you are happily married, and I mean 100% truly happily married, you're going to surround yourself with other people that are 100% happily married. You're not going to be 100% happily married and then have friends with Lashana and Tyrone, and that, like, hey, they got, like, some things going on. You're not going to want to keep hanging around that. Taking advice from single women over married now listen, taking advice from someone that's unhappy in general is always going to be bad. It's always going to be bad. I don't care what nobody say. But taking advice from somebody that's 40 years old and still single and still in the streets versus somebody who's 40 years old, happily married, maybe even have kids, has good things going for her. What are y'all missing? This is what's wrong with a lot of the Western women nowadays. And it's not all women. It's just some of them. But this is a problem right here. They sit up here, they listen to their friends, and then they end up either never finding another relationship or they get out of the relationship that they're currently in. I have a homegirl right now. She was so busy. She was married. From my eyes, there was nothing really going on. I asked her, like, I was like, hey, is he, like, beating you? She was like, no. Is he mistreating you? She was like, no. I said, does he, like, pay the bills? Is he, like, broke or something? She was like, no. So I asked her, I was like, what's the issue? You know what she said? She said her friend said that she deserved better and she deserved more. Now, I'm not telling anybody to settle, but hey, if you got a man that's paying all your bills, he good in bed and all this other stuff, and he checking off everything on the list, and your friends come and say, oh, you deserve a $30,000 Gucci bag. If he don't give you that, then he don't, he don't deserve you. You need to find new friends because they're probably single. Me personally, I don't hang around with single people. I either hang around people that are married or people that are, actively dating in the scene. That way, they tell me certain things to look out for. Right now, I'm currently in a relationship, and I'll be honest with you, I'm happy. I don't go to the club. She don't go to the club either. We hang out. We both work. We're both regular acting civilians. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen to who you want to at the end of the day.
Black women are like the only group of people that, one, rather be baby mamas than wives, and two, complain when they become wives.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, he snapped when he said this, but he is speaking facts. There are more black baby mothers than there are more, black wives and happily marriages. And now, of course, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, isn't that the black man's fault? Well, if that was the case and they're going overseas, why would you still be mad? See, the math isn't adding up. If people prioritize, this is not just black people, but if people prioritize actually having a healthy relationship, you know, building a future with somebody, versus just, oh, one night stands, having sex with somebody, blah, 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 we would have less baby mothers out here and more stable families. But I think this guy is Asian or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't want to assume, but whatever this man said, he's speaking facts.
Your body count?
42.
36.
In the 40s. But
Rough
body count when I
guess.
was 14 was 7.
Honestly, I lost count.
Yeah, I just don't know all of them.
How old are you?
18.
19.
Hoe phases are very much necessary.
There's 5 dudes at my house, okay? All of them trained.
I've slept with like a whole friend group.
I got blacked. This guy's 20 minutes after I his best friend.
And it's been said that I've got some good.
What we gotta rate ourselves?
A 10.
10.
A 10.
Men are the least needed members of society.
I really hate it when men are like, if I'm paying all the bills, then you should at least be cooking and cleaning the house.
Rule number 1 to being a boss bitch is being a bitch.
I used to date for personality, but now I'm dating for money.
Stop dating broke boys.
Here are a list of things I expect men to do in marriage. 1, pay the rent, mortgage, and 2, to do most of the cooking.
7-figure men do go for me.
A man doesn't need to take care of me. I'm gonna have my own kids.
I have a baby, I'm keeping it this time.
5 dudes. That's what's up.
I say men are trash, and you don't feel like a trash person. Why should it affect you?
I think another thing I want to talk about before I end this video is the whole 50-50 discussion. Now, let's get something straight. If you're a woman and you do not want to pay 50% of your bills, and that's like, you know, a prerequisite or something that you require of a man is that they pay 100% of the bills, but instead they pay 50%. If you do not want somebody like that, you have every right to not be with that person because, like, you know, that's your preference or whatever. Now, let me just tell you this. It is stupid to not want to be with somebody because they pay half of the stuff and you pay the other half. So you leave them and then your stupid ass is now paying 100% of the stuff. That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. That's another terrible stigma that we have in the black community. For some reason, people think that it's okay to, oh, just leave somebody because they're not paying 100% of your stuff. There's no other race other than black women that complain more about the 50-50 topic than anybody else. Don't believe me? You could go on Twitter, you could go on Google, TikTok, whatever. Look up, 50-50, should I go 50-50 with my man, or just type in 50-50 bills on TikTok, and then tell me what pops up. I want you to do it right now on your phone. Tell me what pops up. And it sucks because all the other races understand. Like, look at Hispanic people. Every time you see, like, you know, a Hispanic business or whatever, the wife is right there helping the man. She probably got her own little, like, you know, thing to do with the business. Same thing with, like, you know, Asian, Chinese people. Whenever they have their own establishments, most of the people are like that work there are their family members. They all pitch in, help each other out. That way the next person can start their own business and so far and so forth. But it's like, when black people get money, you know, people just start acting stupid. He only paying 75% of the bills. He not paying 100%. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't know why my community people won't, like, understand. But yeah, with that being said, man, let me know what y'all think down below. If y'all want to share your own little, like, you know, comments or inputs, let me know down in the comments. I'll respond to them if I got time. But with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all next time.